This is the exploration series of Opine Group. How can a data transform business is what we are talking about today. For this, we have Kedar Puranik with us. Hi, Kedar.
Hi, Mridula. Good to be here.
Kedar, we're talking about transformation. So can you please tell us what is transformation and why does a business need it?
Yeah, sure. Now, any business basically is run for making profit, okay? And profit can be generated when your sale is more than your total cost of operation or all the expenses that you incur in running the business. So companies need to always keep on thinking the ways to improve their sales and reduce their costs. Okay, so they launch lots of different initiatives to be able to do that. These initiatives could be something like improving the business process, automating it, digitizing it, finding out where are the loopholes in the process, where are the blocks where it takes more time for businesses to complete a particular process, and these initiatives help them work on these aspects of their business with a single objective that at the end of the day these initiatives should increase the profit of the organization. These are called as the transformations because they change the process or they change the way the business works. Important thing about these transformations is that they are very expensive, they are capital intensive. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of money, a lot of resources to be put in, and that's why it is important that companies strategically decide what should be the business transformations that they want to really take up. So those are the kind of strategic decisions that companies need to take, that which problem to attack so that it gives them the maximum return on their investment. So and again, important aspect of that, whom do we trust to take these decisions? Is it any advisor of the organization? Is it any consultant? Is it some external data, or is it your own data? And most of the time your own data is something that is the most trustworthy factor in deciding which transformations to pick up.
Okay. So now can you tell us what is analysis and what is the process of analysis?
Sure. Analysis in simple terms is comparing your business KPIs with multiple dimensions of your business. Okay. So for example, if you are selling a product, then sales is your KPI, key performance indicator. Now you analyze sale with respect to time, you analyze sale with respect to customer demography, you analyze sale with respect to geographical locations. That is nothing but comparing the sale year on year, quarter on quarter, or comparing sale from one location with another location, comparing the sale based on customer income group, customer education, customer family type, etc. So this comparison leads to the deeper understanding of what is working right and what is not working right, and companies can take decision to replicate what is working right, and also launch other initiatives where they can reduce the overheads or reduce the problems where things are not working properly. So in simple terms, analysis is comparison of KPIs with respect to your business dimensions. And when you compare that, you generate various different patterns, various different trends, and correlation between multiple KPIs. And that leads to the data-driven decision making.
Okay. So,
you also asked about the process for that.
Yeah, the process.
Yeah. Correct. So the process is pretty straightforward. First of all, you need to generate the trusted data source. So the data in the organization is everywhere. So you first of all generate that trusted data source and use that trusted data source to develop these patterns, correlations, as well as trends.
Okay. So now you're talking about data. So can you tell us what is data and where do we really get this data to analyze?
Sure. So need for trusted data source makes people really find where will I get the data. that data is both internal as well as external. Most organizations generate this data, day in, day out, when they are running various different transactions of the business. Okay. And that data is most trustworthy. The data can also be external in terms of, various different reports that analysts analyst companies like Gartner, like Forrester, they generate. That is also something which is very, very trusted data source. There is also external data such as competitors' data, the data that is available on, let's say, stock exchanges and, company results. There is also the data that government generates. But most importantly, your internal data is the true reflection of how your organization works. And that's why that is the most trustable data source. But important aspect is that is this data analysis ready? So that is very important part. Many times you have a lot of data that get generated, but that may not be really trustworthy because it is not consistent. Many times it is not accurate and it is not complete. So you need to work a lot on this data, but the internal data becomes the main source of your analysis.
Okay. So now, can you tell us what is the methodology to implement the analytics solution?
Sure. There are two parts to it. One part is preparation of the data, as I said, and another part is presenting that data.
Right.
So data preparation is achieved by a methodology called as extract, transform, and load, or ETL. What does that really allow you to do is extract the data from multiple sources, because the data in the organization gets generated through multiple different sources, in multiple departments, in multiple databases, in multiple Excel sheets, and often it is not in the same format. So it is disparate and it is heterogeneous. So therefore you need to be able to employ this ETL methodology, so that you bring all this data into a single location, so that it becomes available for sort of cross KPI, cross transaction, cross department comparison. So that is very important. And while you are doing this, you also do the transformation on the data, which will make sure that the data becomes the trusted data source. So what do you do? If there are any duplications in the data, you remove those duplications. If there are any discrepancies, then you remove those discrepancies. If there are incomplete data elements over there, then you identify those and make sure that they are completed before you load this data into this single data source, which we call as a data warehouse. And once it comes in the data warehouse, then it's a complete organization data. All you need to do is generate various reports in the graphical format, because as they say, the picture speaks 1,000 words. So therefore, if you convert that data into an aggregated form and display it in the form of various different charts, like pie chart, column chart, line charts and stuff like that, then it becomes very easy for the consumer of that report to understand what that data is telling you. Then you sort of put all these things together in the form of a dashboard, and you create function specific or role specific dashboards. For example, you can create something called as a sales dashboard, or you can create something called as a CEO dashboard. Okay, so these dashboards are the ultimate deliverable of our BI project.
Okay, well, Kedar, since you are a very senior consultant in Opine Group, can you tell us what are the different trainings that are offered by Opine Group, and what is the differentiator between these trainings?
Sure. So when we talk about this methodology requires a set of technologies and tools, and there are many in the market. If you are talking about the ETL or data preparation part, then there are tools such as SQL Server integration services. There are tools such as Informatica, Oracle Data Warehouse. There are open source technologies like Talend, which are available, and we conduct the courses on all these technologies. When it comes to the data presentation part, there are tools like SQL Server reporting services, tools like Power BI, Tableau, and whatnot. And we pretty much conduct the trainings on each of these technologies. Now there are many companies doing this training. So how it is different when it comes to Opine Group. So, in Opine Group, our methodology of training is, teach what we do and do what we teach. So there is no difference between how we work on the real projects and how we teach them in the classroom. That helps the students to understand the real problems of the businesses which are solved through these technologies, and that's how they get real job ready. Okay. We share a lot of experiences from our real life projects with them. We tell them what business problems we could solve using these technologies, and that kind of makes them job ready. The focus is not only on training them on the tool or technology, but focus is on making sure that they can create the solution, right? They understand what is the problem and create the solution, and then they understand the methodology through which a particular tool can be implemented. Because if you don't understand the methodology, knowledge of tool is not really sufficient. And that's where the Opine differentiator or Opine advantage comes when it comes to the training on these tools and technologies.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you, Kedar. This was an extremely insightful discussion. Thank you for joining us.